Ever wondered what really happened in 1666? Forget what you thought you knew about Sarah Fier and the Shadyside curse. Today, we're rediving deep into the twisted history of the Goode family and the real origin of a centuries-long nightmare. This is the story of Solomon Goode's dark pact and the haunting legacy it left behind. Let's set the scene. Deena Johnson, our fierce protagonist, has just reunited Sarah Fier's severed hand with the rest of her body. Instead of breaking the curse, she's thrown into a terrifying vision, living through Sarah Fier's final days in the year 1666. The settlement, Union, is a place on edge, steeped in superstition and fear. A bad harvest, a sick pastor, spoiled food, it all points to one thing in their minds: witchcraft. Deena, as Sarah, is just a normal girl trying to live her life. She's in love with Hannah Miller, the pastor's daughter, and they share a secret romance, a dangerous secret in a Puritan society. One night they meet in the woods to celebrate their love, but they're spotted. This single act becomes the spark that ignites the entire town's paranoia. Suddenly, Pastor Miller goes mad, locking himself in the church with the town's children. When the doors are finally broken down, the scene is horrific. The pastor has committed a terrible act, and the town is screaming for a culprit. They need a witch to blame, and Sarah Fier, along with Hannah Miller, becomes the perfect target. Why? Because their love was deemed unnatural, an affront to God, and therefore witchcraft. The town's fear, expertly manipulated, turns into a witch hunt. As the hunt intensifies, Sarah realizes she has to find the real source of the evil corrupting their town. She believes it's a book of dark magic she saw in the widow Mary's home. She thinks if she can get the book and make a pact with the devil herself, she can gain the power to save Hannah. But when she gets to the widow's house, it's empty. The book is gone. This is where the story takes its most shocking turn. The real villain isn't some old widow or a pact made by Sarah Fier. The true evil has been hiding in plain sight. Sarah seeks refuge at the home of her friend, Solomon Goode, a man who seemed kind and rational. She confides in him, telling him her plan to find the book. And that's when he reveals the horrifying truth. Solomon leads her to a hidden chamber beneath his house, a place reeking of ancient evil. There, on a grotesque altar of flesh, lies the devil's book. It was Solomon, not the widow, who made the pact. He offered up Pastor Miller's soul to the devil in exchange for power and prosperity. His family, the Goodes, would flourish, while another family, as firstborn, would be possessed and forced to carry out a massacre in each generation. This ensures the devil gets a steady supply of souls, and the Goode family's luck never runs out. The curse was never about Sarah Fier. It was about Solomon Goode's insatiable greed. He framed Sarah to cover his tracks, turning the town against her to protect his dark secret. Sarah Fier wasn't a witch who cursed Shadyside. She was a victim, framed by the man who actually damned the town for his own personal gain. Solomon offers Sarah a place by his side. He tells her they can rule together, but she refuses. In the ensuing struggle, Solomon overpowers her and cuts off her hand. He then drags her back to the town square, proclaiming her a witch and sealing her fate. As the noose is placed around her neck, Sarah uses her last moments not to curse Shadyside, but to promise revenge on the Goode family. She vows that she will expose the truth, no matter how long it takes. And with her final breath she dies, an innocent woman condemned to carry the blame for a crime she didn't commit. The town, believing the witch is dead, moves on. They split into two halves: the prosperous Sunnyvale, founded on the Goode family's blood money, and the cursed Shadyside, built on the land where Sarah Fier was unjustly executed. The Goode family thrives, their firstborn sons inheriting the pact, continuing the cycle of sacrifice and murder for over 300 years. Each generation, a Goode makes a deal, a Shadysider becomes possessed, and more innocent blood is spilled to maintain Sunnyvale's perfect facade. Now, back in 1994, Deena snaps out of the vision. The weight of 300 years of lies crashes down on her. She knows the truth. Sarah Fier wasn't the villain, she was the first victim. The killers, Ryan Torres, Ruby Lane, the Camp Nightwing murderer, they weren't just random monsters. They were possessed, puppets in a demonic contract orchestrated by the Goode family. And the current sheriff, Nick Goode, is the latest in the long line of puppet masters. Deena now understands what she has to do. It's not about surviving the night anymore. It's about ending the curse for good. It's about clearing Sarah Fier's name and getting justice for every single life lost to the Goode family's greed. The vision has armed her with the one thing the Goodes have feared for centuries, the truth. And the final battle for Shadyside's soul is about to begin. Deena, armed with this knowledge, now has a clear target. She knows who the real monster is, and she's not going to stop until the pact is broken and the Goode family's legacy of terror is brought to an end. The curse was born in a lie, and now, it will die by the truth. This revelation completely changes the game. It reframes the entire trilogy, showing us that the real horror isn't a supernatural witch, but the depths of human greed and the lengths people will go to for power. The story of Sarah Fier is a tragedy, but her legacy, carried on by Deena, becomes a symbol of resistance. What did you think of this massive twist? Did you see it coming? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.